Health is not a given, it's a daily choice.
For decades, we've been told one simple message: fat is the enemy. We heard it in commercials, in diet ads, in weight loss trends that promised miracles. Avoid fat and the weight will fall off. Eat fat and you'll gain it. But the truth is far more complex and much more empowering. Fat is not the enemy. In many ways, the right fats are part of the solution. Your metabolism, your hormones, your brain function, even your mood, they all depend on healthy fats. So let's begin with the basics. Fat is one of the 3 main macronutrients, along with carbohydrates and protein. But unlike the others, fat is the most energy-dense fuel your body has. 1 gram of fat carries more than twice the energy of a gram of carbs or protein. It's your body's built-in long-term battery. When you go hours without food, fat keeps your energy stable. That's not a flaw. It's an evolutionary advantage. But fat isn't just fuel. It's a building block. Every single cell in your body, including the cells in your brain, has a membrane made largely of fat. Without it, the cell can't function properly. Fat also helps you absorb essential vitamins like A, D, E, and K. Without dietary fat, these nutrients simply pass through the body unused. And here's something most low-fat diets completely ignore. Fat is necessary for hormone production. Your body uses fats to create hormones like testosterone, estrogen, cortisol, and leptin, the hormone that regulates hunger and satiety. When fat intake drops too low, leptin drops as well. Hunger increases, energy declines, your metabolism slows down. That's why people on long-term low-fat diets often feel tired, irritable, and constantly hungry. It's not lack of willpower, it's biology. But not all fats are created equal. Let's look at the different types. First, we have unsaturated fats, the metabolism-friendly fats. These include monounsaturated fats, found in olive oil, avocados, and nuts, and polyunsaturated fats, like omega-3s, found in fish, chia seeds, and walnuts. They support heart health, stabilize energy, and improve insulin sensitivity, making it easier for your body to burn fat. Then we have saturated fats. For years, they were painted as the villain. But modern research shows that moderate amounts of saturated fat from whole foods, like eggs, dairy, or coconut, are not the problem. The real issue comes from excessive amounts or from pairing saturated fat with sugar and refined carbohydrates. Moderation matters. And then we come to trans fats, the true enemy. These artificially created fats are found in processed snacks, baked goods, margarine, and many fast foods. They increase inflammation, disrupt hormones, and encourage fat storage around the abdomen. Trans fats are the one type of fat you should avoid entirely. Now, let's talk about something many people get wrong: how fat affects weight loss. Most people assume that eating fat makes you gain fat, but the science says otherwise. Healthy fats help control appetite by activating leptin, the hormone that tells your brain you've had enough to eat. When you include fats in your meals, you stay fuller for longer, which naturally reduces snacking and overeating. Fat also stabilizes blood sugar. When you eat carbohydrates alone, blood sugar spikes quickly, and insulin spikes with it. Soon after, blood sugar crashes, and you're hungry again. But when you pair carbs with fat, the rise in blood sugar is slower and more controlled, preventing those sudden cravings that lead to overeating. And here's something that surprises many people. To burn fat, your body actually needs fat. This concept is called metabolic flexibility, your body's ability to switch between using carbohydrates and fats for fuel. When your diet includes enough healthy fats, your body becomes better at burning its own stored fat for energy, even at rest. So how much fat do we really need? Most health organizations recommend that about 25 to 35% of your daily calories come from fat. Going below 20% can lead to hormonal imbalance, increased hunger, and a slower metabolism. For a typical 2,000-calorie diet, That's roughly 55 to 75 grams of fat per day. And no, that's not as much as it sounds. 1 tablespoon of olive oil has about 10 grams. A handful of nuts? About 15. Half an avocado? Around 12. With a serving of fish or eggs, you easily reach a healthy, balanced amount. The key is quality. 70 grams of fat from chips and donuts will harm your metabolism. 70 grams from olive oil, nuts, avocado, and salmon will support it. Now let's talk about combinations, something many people overlook. Fat behaves very differently, depending on what you eat with it. Pair fat with protein and fiber, and you get steady energy, long-lasting fullness, and a stable metabolism. Pair it with sugar, and you get inflammation, energy crashes, and weight gain. Here's a simple example. A donut contains fat and sugar, the worst combination for fat storage. But a salad with chicken, avocado, and olive oil contains fat, protein, and fiber, the combination that supports energy, hormone balance, and fat burning. Even healthy fats can become a problem if portions get out of control. They're calorie dense, and it's easy to underestimate how much you're eating. But the solution isn't to avoid them. It's simply to understand your portions. Here's a simple sample day that balances fats correctly. Oatmeal with almonds, chia seeds, and half an avocado for breakfast. A chicken salad with leafy greens, pumpkin seeds, and olive oil for lunch. Yogurt with nuts, or a green smoothie with avocado as a snack. And baked salmon with broccoli and a drizzle of olive oil for dinner. These meals provide sustained energy, stable blood sugar, and the right type of fats to support weight loss. Before we finish, let's address a few common myths. Myth 1, fat makes you fat. In reality, excess calories and poor food combinations lead to fat gain, not the presence of fat itself. Myth 2, all saturated fat is bad. Moderate amounts from whole foods are perfectly fine for most people. Myth 3, trans fats are just another type of fat. Trans fats are harmful even in small amounts and should be avoided entirely. So if you remember only one thing from all of this, let it be this. Fat is not the enemy. The right fats can be one of your most powerful tools for better health, greater energy, improved metabolism, and long-term weight control. Don't fear fat. Learn to choose it wisely. Because when you understand how fat truly works in your body, you unlock one of the most effective strategies for feeling stronger, healthier, and more in control of your weight every single day. To continue your journey to a healthy lifestyle and receive more science-based guides, subscribe now and give us a like if you enjoyed the video. Thank you so much for watching. Until next time, be healthy and happy.
Support us by liking and subscribing.